I just found out something about my wife and now I don't know how to live with it. I'm 32, my wife is 30. We've been together for 6 years, married for 3. We live a pretty normal life, jobs, a rented apartment, talking about having kids someday. Nothing dramatic. At least that's what I thought. It started in the most normal way possible. I was looking for our suitcase in the top closet because we were planning a trip. Behind some old stuff, I found a small box. I figured it was just cables or old tech. Inside was a phone, not brand new, but not that old either. I immediately knew it wasn't mine, and I had never seen it before. At first, I didn't even get suspicious. I thought maybe it was one of her old phones, but that didn't make sense. She always said she sold or threw away all her previous ones. The phone was turned off, and yeah, I did what I probably shouldn't have done. I turned it on. It powered up. No passcode. The home screen was almost empty. No social media, no usual apps. Just a messaging app I didn't recognize. And notes. I opened notes first. There were lists, dates, names. Some of them I recognized. People from her job. But next to them were short entries like, Tuesday and didn't show? After 10 p.m., okay. Asked too many questions. At first I thought it was work-related, but my wife works in marketing. She doesn't keep lists like that. Then I opened the messaging app. There were a few chats. No names, just numbers. Messages were short and a lot had been deleted, but some were still there. Are you sure no one saw? He started getting suspicious. We need to wait. And one last message. Next one is Wednesday. I'll check everything myself. At that point, my hands were actually shaking, but I was still trying to come up with a normal explanation. Maybe some kind of joke, an ARG, something work-related. Then I opened the gallery. Not many photos. Most were random. Streets, cafes, nothing unusual. But one photo. It was our apartment building, taken from across the street. The date, 2 weeks ago. That night she told me she was working late. Climax. I decided not to say anything right away. I just put the phone back exactly where I found it and acted normal. But when she got home that evening, something even weirder happened. She walked in, looked at me, and asked, "Did you go into the closet today?" I froze. I hadn't said a word to her, and I put everything back exactly the same. I said something like, "Yeah, I was looking for the suitcase." She nodded. That was it. Then she added, "You didn't touch anything else, right?" And that's when I realized it's not just about the phone. It's that somehow she knows. Ending. Now I'm sitting in the kitchen while she's asleep in the other room like nothing happened. I don't know what this is, a double life, something illegal, or if I'm just overthinking everything. But I know one thing for sure. That phone wasn't just forgotten. I don't know if I should wake her up right now and demand answers, or pretend everything is fine and dig deeper.